rugged, majestic peaks and ice-carved valleys of Montana's Glacier National Park. Locked away beneath tons of winter snow, going to the Sun Road clings to these steep rock slopes. For 2 months each spring, a Park Service road crew works intensively to reclaim this remarkable road from beneath snowslides and drifts, some as much as 80 feet deep. Glacier National Park, with more than 1 million acres of mountain wilderness, was established as the nation's 6th national park in 1910. At that time, the only way to see much of the park was by foot or on horseback. Park officials reasoned that building an east-west road over Logan Pass would open the backcountry to thousands of people. The path they chose followed the valley floor on the park's west side to a steep switchback known as the Loop. From there, the road was to wind up along the sheer slopes of the Continental Divide and peak at Logan Pass before descending to the eastern valleys. In 1921, construction crews began building what would become a 52-mile trans-mountain road. They soon realized that this would be no quick, easy project. Section gangs accomplished well over 1/3 of the excavation, and the retaining walls and stone guard rails were built with hand labor. They used nearly 1 pound of explosives for every cubic yard of mountain removed. The project cost nearly $2 million, an unprecedented congressional appropriation for those days. On July 15, 1933, hundreds of people gathered for an elaborate dedication ceremony on Logan Pass. 12 years after beginning the job, the Going to the Sun Road was open to the public. Long before the first thaws of spring, park mechanics busily prepare the heavy equipment for the lengthy process of clearing the road. Graders plowed the scenic lower portions of the road for several days early in April. Mike Mickelson, plow operator, explains his job.
Usually my job on the lower road is operating the wing and the plow in front of the grader. I just widen the road all day long, just use that wing to build a bench to bench everything over to the right-hand side.
When the snow becomes too deep for the graders, the dozers move in. Working together, two dozers peel off the snow in layers, known as lifts. They repeat this task until they're within 3 feet of the road, cutting no closer to avoid tearing up the surface. In many places, 60 feet of snow conceals the road from view. Referring only to memory, the first dozer slowly pioneers a cut across the steep slope of snow far above the road. Then both dozers again push out snow in lifts, gradually working their way down close to the road. The end loader and the rotary clean up behind the dozers, clearing down to the pavement. The warmth of spring sunshine creates extremely unstable snowfields above the road. The ominous threat of avalanches literally hangs over the equipment operators at all times. Watchmen constantly scan the high cliffs. At the first hint of an avalanche, they radio the operator to quickly back out. Watchman Don Tyree explains.
As long as you keep your eyes open and you're panning all the time, you keep panning. If something does break, you always see it. As long as you keep your eyes up there and don't shut your eyes, you see something break, you'll see a bird come off the cliffs and it'll make you jump.
After 40 days, the machines finally reach Logan Pass. Here they operate close together, temporarily free of avalanche danger.
How does it weather either go for us or go against us?
Avalanches frequently bury the road behind the crew as they work. The end loader digs out the road so the workers can drive home for the evening. The watchmen begin the assault on the big drift by shoveling out a path for surveyors. The big drift presents the largest, most difficult obstacle the crew battles each year. Formed by the constant deposit of snow from unrelenting winter winds, this mammoth drift is 60 to 80 feet deep and stretches nearly 300 yards in length. Locating the road hidden far below requires careful surveying.
14 degrees, 39 minutes. Away from Jim about a foot, Dave.
Good here.
Watchmen clearly mark the inside edge of the road so the pioneer dozer operator will know where to make the first cut. He cautiously treads across the treacherous, fragile embankment. If his cut falls just a foot or two off the mark, the inside lane of the road, some 80 feet below, won't be opened. A high, thin wall of snow remains along the inside edge of the road. Warmer days bring increased danger that this heavy flange will tip over into traffic. The crew blasts out the wall to eliminate this threat.
Is that good here? That's good.
Fire in the hole.
Rotary operator Dennis Holden describes his job on Logan Pass.
I actually still enjoy doing the parking lot. That's sort of a challenge. There are moments up there when, as anyone who's been up there realizes, it's incredibly beautiful and it's your kind of private domain for that one time of the year.
Once the big drift has been cleared, only a few relatively easy miles of snow removal remain. Russ Lant, cat operator and crew foreman.
I enjoy working in the snow. I will say after on the first part of June, it does get a little tiresome.
After nearly 60 days of moving snow, the end loader breaks through the last of the snow covering the road at Saai Bend. The operators call this the punch-through. The annual road clearing operation, like the original construction, is difficult and costly. But without it, the 2 million visitors that come to Glacier each summer would miss some of the most breathtaking high country in the world. Warm June breezes draw visitors eager to enjoy Glacier's many opportunities for recreation and leisure. The summers, though full and inviting, quickly end. September is often still young when morning frosts paint the lower slopes. falling snow carries a reminder that people are only visitors in this alpine land. Even the most powerful of men's machines cannot hold back the undeniable force of the mountain winter. The road crew surrenders going to the Sun Road to be swallowed up for another long season.
In your opinion, Pete, does it look like it's pretty much it for this year?
Yeah, at this rate, we'd need at least a couple people just to keep it open today.
10-4, Pete, proceed with closing the gates.
Next spring, the men and their machines will return to reclaim this road, a road out of snow.